every single week, bringing tried and true news to you. We're all right. We're all right. Second edition.
Oh man, I'm so stoked it's the end of the semester. I cannot wait for this party tonight. We should probably start getting ready.
Yeah, I'm like super excited too. I can't believe it's graduation 1973 now. But before we get this party going, we've really got to get ready before Brittany and Catherine get here.
Yeah, dude. We got so much cool stuff planned for tonight too. We're gonna watch some videos and make some food. It's gonna be sweet.
What? Where'd you guys come from?
We've been here the whole time.
Oh, well, I can't believe we're graduating now. What are you guys gonna do when you're in the establishment?
We're gonna be on the news.
Woman on the news? Not in my lifetime.
Second Edition News starts now.
Hello, and welcome to Second Edition News.
Nate wants to know if you're ready to be an entrepreneur. The Hatch Startup Challenge is offering students and recent graduates the chance to pitch their innovative business plans. The top 10 ideas will be awarded a share of $20,000, along with a spot at one of 10 desks in the program's incubation space. The money can be used for anything that will help get the businesses up and running.
This year, we really wanted to focus about the programming and creating that culture and entrepreneurial spirit on campus, and letting students and alumni from different backgrounds know that if they do have an idea, they can find the support on campus.
Students have the opportunity to pitch their plans to a panel of judges in April. Proposals must be submitted by March 31st.
Up-and-coming chefs from across the province went head-to-head to be the top chef. This year, Nate hosted the Saputo Alberta Junior Culinary Challenge. For one day, 7 junior chefs came out to compete. Each competitor created a lacto-ovo vegetarian 3-course menu. Using mandatory cheese ingredients, the judges were looking at their kitchen safety setup, presentation, temperature, and taste.
It was really fun. It was neat to be creative and try to come up with 3 different courses using just cheese, no other protein. It's kind of fun to do that, because there's so much you can do with meat, but there's only so much you can do with cheese.
The winner will represent Alberta at the national competition, to be held at the Canadian Culinary Federation Conference on May 28th in St. John's, Newfoundland.
NAIT Animal Health Technology students will soon have a new home for their lab classes. Whitemud Equine Centre is the home of the Animal Health Technologist Large Animal Labs, where students learn to handle and care for horses. The Equine Centre is planning its first phase of a complete rebuild. Phase 1 includes a heated riding arena, a 16-stall barn, and 2 classrooms. These improvements will all help to enhance the learning environment for NAIT students.
It will have 12 teaching stalls that NAIT can use. Instead of having to go outside in inclement weather, they can be inside in a dry facility.
Whitemud Equine Centre hopes to begin construction soon in order to replace their current building, which needs to be torn down by 2016.
A NAIT instructor brings attention to what you say when you don't say anything at all. Kate Andrews, an instructor in NAIT's personal fitness program, teaches nonverbal communication awareness to staff once a month. She is bringing attention to the importance of body language, giving tips to change the mood of not only yourself, but the people around you.
Body language is really a key element of working with people, and that's how I got into it, and that's how I was able to study up a little bit more on it and then teach our students about body language.
Andrews hopes to raise more awareness on body language and improve the overall mood of the NAIT community.
Cheerleading is gaining popularity in the province of Alberta. 60 cheerleading teams brought more than 2,700 athletes to West Edmonton Mall last weekend for the annual Alberta Cheerleading Association Championships. The event has run for the past 13 years, drawing thousands of spectators to watch the competition at the Ice Palace. The championships have played a large role in developing awareness of cheerleading across Canada.
It's done a lot for cheerleading in the province and in the country. Cheerleading itself is a growing sport, but having it displayed at West Edmonton Mall has been wonderful. It's created all kinds of awareness for the sport and lots of interest.
Organizers hope that the championships will continue to draw the province's top competitors for many years to come.
Edmontonians showed their love for winter in the River Valley. With the weather on their side, plenty of people came out to enjoy some winter fun at one of Edmonton's beautiful River Valley locations. Traditional French-Canadian music filled the air with tobogganing, snowshoeing, and bannock making. The City of Edmonton's River Valley programs hosted this year's I Heart Edmonton Winter event, giving families a chance to try new winter sports.
It's pretty popular. Like, there's lots of people that have come out, and the city's really pushing winter festivals and winter activities, and we're happy to be a part of that.
The I Heart Edmonton Winter event hopes to continue next year, bringing winter fun to Edmonton.
That's it for news this week. Next up, we have Connor joining us with sports.
So Connor, I heard the women's basketball team played this weekend. How'd they do?
Well, it was an exciting finish to the season for the Ukes. They were in double overtime at one point. I'm going to have the highlights for you coming right up. Nate's women's basketball team met the Olds College Broncos in the ACAC quarterfinals here at Nate on the weekend. Nate went into the tournament seeded second in the North Division, and the Ukes jumped out to an early lead in this one, partially in thanks to a few foul conversions, including this one by Tori Hill, who had 24 points in the game. And they're going to go into the second half with an 11-point lead, but things turn around. Nate up 14, some sloppy D from the Ukes leaves Renitha Barton all alone for the easy layup. And Barton would score again on a nice fadeaway following an Ukes travel. And these baskets, they're the first of 20 unanswered points from the Broncos, including this 3 from Isabelle DeRoche. The next time the Ukes score, they're down by 6. They'd pick up their play, though. Shaylin Noyes drives hard to the backboard here after a big pick by Raylene Hooper. That gets the Ukes back into things, but neither team would get the edge in the fourth. So we're going to go to double overtime. 9 seconds. The Ukes are down by 2, and they're forced to foul to regain possession, which they do with 7 seconds to play, but they lose it right after when Noyes steps out of bounds. The Ukes lose a nail-biter, 79-77, and they'd go on to finish 5th in the tournament. Lethbridge took the gold. Head coach Todd Warnick spoke about the battle after the game.
Just would have been nice to be on the opposite side of the score, but that's the way it goes sometimes. That's what playoff basketball is.
Both the men's and women's Ukes curling teams are preparing to compete in the national championships.
Everyone come sweep this slide because I have a slider.
The tournament will take place in Olds, Alberta from March 25th to 28th. The teams will be on the ice twice a week until then, perfecting throw weight and technique.
Lots of sliding through rocks with Jules and making sure that we're throwing the same way time and time again, and then practicing our draw weight, because if we don't have our draw weight, then we're not going to do very well.
Of course, they're also mixing in a little bit of fun with all that hard work. On to the WHL. The Oil Kings faced off against the Saskatoon Blades Tuesday night, still looking to clinch a playoff spot. And the Kings would take control early in this one. 53 seconds into the first, Edgars Calda gets the puck out of the corner to Brett Pollock, who sends it to a wide-open Lane Bauer. 1-0 Oil Kings. Second period, 2-0 Oil Kings. Double minor puts the Kings on an extended 5-on-3, and they don't waste much time with it. Lane Bauer goes cross ice to Calda, who calmly sends it to the top corner. And just 21 seconds later, still with the 2-man advantage, Davis Koch deflects Dyson Mayo's point shot in to make it 4-0 for the Oil Kings. It gets a bit scrappy from there as the Oil Kings light up the scoreboard. Jake Kohlhauser and Josh Urich drop the gloves. Urich scores the heavy takedown here. And the Blades are really having trouble generating offense. They have a chance to turn it around on a penalty shot late in the second after Aaron Irving gets his hand on the puck in the crease, but Tristan Jerry shuts the door. The Oil Kings blow out the Blades 8-1. They're currently in possession of the final playoff spot in the East, up 8 points on the Moose Jaw Warriors with 4 games left in the season. Stollery Children's Hospital is a bit richer thanks to the throwing arms of a 5th grader and Eskimos quarterback Matt Nichols.
I did it for the Stollery because our class, as a project, we had to raise money for the Stollery. So I chose football, so it took me a while to prepare.
Matt Nichols caught word and joined the cause at Millwoods Christian School. Together they sent balls soaring towards a pair of hoops in the school gym. Supporters pledged cash for every time the duo scored, and it didn't take long for Aaron to show the pro how it's done.
I think he did great. I think out of the 120, he probably had more than half, so it was good on him.
The little phenom hopes to rock the green and gold one day, although he said being a wide receiver would be more his style. All right, we're going to change up the three-quarter rant today and take a quick look at sports around the planet. Start the clock. Canada won double gold at the World Junior Curling Championships in Estonia last week, and Canadian Dustin Cook skied to Super G bronze in Kvitfjell, Norway. 14 countries are in Australia and New Zealand competing in the Cricket World Cup. Australia also hosted a Formula One Grand Prix on the weekend. The PGA Tour teed off in Florida for the Valspar Championship. Mark McMorris won a silver medal at the U.S. Open of snowboarding, and the Red Bull Crashed Ice World Tour finished up right here in Edmonton. That's the world of sports in 30 seconds.
It was pretty warm out this weekend. How did Crashed Ice turn out with all that sun?
Yeah, it was really hot. Those players must have been sweating. But you know what? I enjoyed all that heat.
Sounds like fun, Connor. Well, that's been your look at second edition News and Sports. Thank you for joining us.
Whoa, feel a commercial coming on.
Nighttime radio put you to sleep?
Make your night bright with NR92.
Hear the latest trends and the best variety in music.
This is how we roll. NR92, the station for the students.
Big Rock takes you where you want to go.
Are you ready to hear your music on NR92? To hear your song, call 780-471-8833 or tweet us at NR92 with your request. NR92, the station for the students.
What the hell are you kids doing? If you keep smoking, you'll never be finely tuned, high-precision athletes.
You know what, man? You don't know anything about anything, and I'm gonna educate you, man.
Did you know? On May 4th, 1970, 4 student protesters at Kent State were shot dead by Ohio National Guardsmen during a peaceful anti-war rally. On May 25th, 1977, the first Star Wars movie was released, introducing a wide audience to special effects and sci-fi. Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Jim Morrison all died between 1970 and 1971 at age 27.
You can also use 150 proof rum.
We watch another cooking show again?
Looks that way.
You should go change the channel.
Changed it last week.
Alright, fine, we'll just keep watching it.
I guess so.
Well, now you have to...
Modernis. I'm Hunter Johnson, your host, and I'm joined today by Chef Daniel. We're going to be making a very simple yet complicated dish, poached eggs.
Exactly. Poached eggs are a little complicated. First, we start off with about 3 cups of water to about a 1/4 cup of vinegar and a teaspoon of salt. So we're just going to add those in.
All right, and just your regular household vinegar, right?
White vinegar works. You can do any type of vinegar you really want.
Okay.
You can taste the water. All you want for the water to taste like is have a slight vinegar tinge. It can be stronger, but as long as there's that tinge, you're good.
Okay.
So we're going to crack our egg into a separate bowl because we don't want any shells in our poached eggs, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to give a gentle stir.
Okay.
And then we're going to drop our egg into the water. So as it drops, it's going to move throughout the water, and the vinegar is actually going to cook the egg white.
Okay.
So that's what actually causes the poaching to happen. If you didn't do it with enough vinegar, you will see your eggs disperse throughout the water, and you'll have watered egg, basically.
Is there like a proper cook time maybe for the poached egg, or?
Usually about 5-10 minutes for a soft poached egg, which is the yolk is really runny. Medium is a semi-poached yolk.
Okay.
So that would be about 15 minutes, and hard would just be what the hell.
Yeah, right. So, any specific eggs, or just your regular, just
Any
get about
works.
a dozen eggs?
Any egg works. You can use quail eggs, you can use ostrich eggs, duck eggs. We just use our generic chicken eggs for breakfast steaks. You do our Eggs Benedict. Where you put the hollandaise sauce on top and serve it with an English muffin. So it doesn't take too long. So right now it's about as soft
Yeah, it's really soft.
So you see how wiggly the egg white or yolk is?
Definitely.
You can do your toast at this point and toast it up, and you can serve your egg on your toast. So you got a nice broken egg. So we're gonna put it on our plate.
Sure.
And so this is really soft, so you'll see the yolk just disperse there.
Yeah.
And the white's all perfectly cooked. And you get this nice, beautiful poached egg for your breakfast.
Yeah. And basically just serve it with your regular toast, bacon, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Chef Dan, for doing poached eggs for us today. If you want to know this recipe and many others, you can go to natenewswatch.ca and click on the second edition tab. I'm Hunter Johnson, and thanks for joining us.
You want to heat it up? Well, I think I can do it with a match. Would you like a match?
Whoa. Were you just...
What?
Were you...
What? I missed it.
Maybe really hungry. Do you have anything to eat?
I think there's a pizza right there.
Nice. Do you know what would make this pizza really good?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
Pass me that bag.
Oh, here we go.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, sprinkle it on.
Oh, yeah.
Is that oregano?
Oregano, yes, man.
How are you guys doing?
Good. Good.
Nice, nice.
Have you guys seen that Dazed and Confused movie, man?
No. What's it about?
Let me show you!
Lights, camera, action. Today, we're reviewing Dazed and Confused. Released in the summer of 1993, Dazed and Confused, set in 1976 Texas, follows various groups of teenagers on their last day of school before summer.
The film was directed by Richard Linklater, whose film Boyhood was recently nominated at the Oscars for Best Picture.
Dazed and Confused captures life in the 70s in a hilarious way. It features some classic lines, including one from Matthew McConaughey, well before he was getting paid to drive a Lincoln.
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age. Yes, they do.
When I sat down and watched the movie, I didn't expect too much, but I was really surprised how funny it was. I give this movie 4 freshman paddles out of 5.
I have seen this cinematic adventure before, man, and it is one of my favorites of all time. I give it 5 freshman paddles out of 5.
Man, that movie is totally like a period piece about the period of time that we're in. Right?
Hey guys, excuse me.
Oh, hey man.
Make way.
Just gonna sit down here. Thank you. I'm looking forward to this party you're planning later. But I just saw this cool thing on CBC. It's this video where scientists give drugs to spiders, and usually I don't condone drug use for arachnids, but I knew that this was for the better good because of education. Basically, they give like marijuana, LSD, and cocaine to the spiders, and then they videotape it. And it's pretty cool what the spiders do. And let's watch it. So in this viral video, we start with the familiar tones of Hinterland Who's Who, but then things quickly change.
The wood spider is the most accomplished of all web-building species. Recently, scientists gave these tiny creatures a variety of psychoactive drugs to observe their effects on web building.
Spiders on drugs!
When given alcohol, the spider built a web, found a mate, and raised over 100 young. But the mate got a restraining order, and now the spider can't go within 100 centimeters of the web.
Then they gave a spider cocaine.
The crack cocaine spider figured building webs was for suckers, waited till the caffeine spider was exhausted, then came up behind it and popped a cap in its ass. Nice web, Mr. Crack Spider.
And then things get worse, or better, depending on what you think, but that's it.